Hello, I'm High Heel Knight. Welcome to my channel. This is my movie review of The Invisible Man. It's a 2020 psychological horror film. It's also a reimagining of the classic Universal Studios monster that began way back in 1933. Universal Studios has released several films with an Invisible Man character, and while this 2020 film is supposed to be a standalone movie, if it's successful at the box office, don't be surprised if it leads to a franchise later on down the line. The story is about a woman named Cecilia Kass, played by Elisabeth Moss. Now, she's in this incredibly controlling, dangerous, abusive relationship. She manages to escape the relationship and finds out about 2 weeks later that her ex-lover has committed suicide. He's left her several $million in his will, provided that Cecilia isn't declared mentally incompetent or creates any crimes or things like that. Well, just as Cecilia is getting her life back together, strange things start occurring to her, and she's getting convinced that she's still being stalked by her ex. He can't see her, doesn't know what's happening, but she becomes convinced that somehow, some way, the ex-boyfriend is not dead and has found a way to make himself invisible and is just terrorizing her at almost every moment of her life. Of course, no one believes her, invisibility. So the question becomes, is Cecilia truly experiencing a real terror by her ex? Or she's just gone insane for after so many years of this abusive experience? So here's how this review will work. Normally I talk about a couple of things I liked about the movie, a couple of things I didn't like about the movie, sometimes give a discussion section, and then give my verdict. This time around, it'll be just a discussion session because if I talk about what I liked or disliked, it's going to lead to spoilers, and I want to try to avoid spoilers as much as possible. So, just in broad terms, I did enjoy this movie very much. Elisabeth Moss gives a truly excellent performance. It's pretty much, you follow her from beginning to end, and even though, she's just going insane and crazy, she doesn't do anything really stupid. She makes a couple unwise decisions, but again, you're a movie person watching this, you have a little bit more time to think, whereas this person who's just been in abusive and craziness and just making things up and trying to get her life back together, just doesn't know what to do, but still managed to be pretty smart. In fact, most of the people in this movie are pretty smart. That's one of the annoying things about horror films. They got to do dumb things in order to keep the movie going, so no one does anything dumb. Some are wise decisions, but nothing truly stupid. But what's really problematic with this movie is that there's a lot of little dangling threads that if you pull on them, they'll break your suspension of disbelief. And you just got to go with a lot of things. For instance, Val Kilmer, when he played Batman, in several interviews he would say that Batman in real life would get his butt whipped several times. His suit was 30 pounds, the cape constantly got in the way, it was hard to move, and you could barely walk, let alone throw a kick or a punch, he couldn't turn his head. So yeah, if someone would actually try to be, do combat in that kind of outfit, they'd get beat up each and every single time. But you just go with it because it's Batman, he liked the cool idea of this rich billionaire beating up criminals in a bat suit, so you just go with it. And in this Invisible Man film, you gotta do a lot of just go with it. Because think about it, you made yourself invisible, but what about sound? Okay, you're still a grown person walking in space, you're walking on surfaces, you're walking on floors. Just wherever you are, take like 10 steps in any direction, you're probably going to make some noise, even if you try to be quiet. Or, just think about physical space. This person has to go in and out of places and somehow not bump into people, not bump into other objects, not other objects bumping into him. It's like, that's really hard to believe. Or biological. Sometimes this person has to eat, sleep, use the restroom, belch, pass gas, or things like that. Hey, wherever you are, just try to sit still for 20 minutes. Don't move, don't make a sound, don't adjust yourself, don't cough, it's hard enough for just 20 minutes, let alone several hours at a time. And then there's combat. You don't really learn much about the ex-boyfriend, and there's a sequence where he's beat up a bunch of security guards. Now that's not a spoiler, that's in the trailer, but still it's like, are you some type of special forces person? Because you seem to be pretty comfortable in this situation. You're just taking down all these guards, you're pretty comfortable with the gun, so what's the deal with that? Or even strength. There's these moments, and again, it's in the trailer, where the cat, Celia is being lifted by her throat, and it's okay, and she's being tossed around like a rag doll. Now, the actress Elisabeth Moss, she's about 117 pounds and 5'3". So she's not exactly a teeny tiny person. And yet, the ex-lover is just tossing her around like he's Brock Lesnar fighting Rey Mysterio Jr. So yeah, there's just a lot of things throughout the whole movie that if you pull on them, you'll break your suspiciously. So just as you're watching a Batman film, you gotta just go with a lot of things. When you watch this Invisible Man film, you just gotta allow to go with things. I like this movie very much. I highly recommend it. I suggest you go out there and see it as soon as possible so no one else really spoils anything for you. And if it does lead to a franchise, I think it's got off to a very solid start. It's a great movie. It's a great reboot. And Elisabeth Moss is actually wonderful from start to finish. I highly recommend this film. And I give The Invisible Man a B+ grade. Okay, thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Be sure to share whatever comments you like in the comment section. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe, or dislike, share, and subscribe. Once again, I'm High Heel Knight. Thank you for watching, and remember, find inspiration everywhere.